Hello and welcome to another video. Today we are talking about the top 10 greatest kings in English in the history of England since the Norman Conquest. So that is 1066 to today, basically. Number 10, George V. George V ruled from 1910 to 1936 and led Britain during the chaos of World War I. Now here's the problem. During World War I, Britain was fighting Germany, but the British royal family actually had German origins. Not exactly great for public relations. So George V made a smart move. He renamed the royal family the House of Windsor, a very English-sounding name that the monarchy still uses today. It was a clever decision that helped protect the monarchy during one of the most dangerous periods in modern Henry the Henry the Fourth of England, who literally stole the throne in 1399. He overthrew the unpopular King Richard II of England and crowned himself king, and made him the first ruler of the House of Lancaster. But taking the throne by force created huge problems. Many nobles questioned whether he had the right to rule, and these tensions eventually exploded into the brutal civil war known as the War of the Roses. So while Henry IV secured the throne, he also helped start one of England's bloodiest conflicts. Edward IV of England. Speaking of the War of the Roses, our number 8 is Edward IV of England. Edward was a Yorkist king who fought his way to the throne during the chaos of the civil war between the houses of York and Lancaster. And when I say he fought, I mean he personally led armies into battle. Edward IV was known as a tall, powerful warrior and a skilled military leader. After years of fighting, he managed to stabilize England and bring a temporary end to the Civil War. Not bad for someone who basically ruled during medieval Game of Thrones. Okay, so now we have number 7. Okay. Henry the 7th. Henry the number 7, and we have Henry the 7th. Henry the 7th of England defeated King Richard III at the Battle of Bosworth Field in 1485. The victory ended decades of civil war and established the powerful Tudor dynasty. Henry the 7th also focused heavily on rebuilding the economy and strengthening royal authority. By the time he died, England was far more stable than when he took the throne. He also happened to be the father of a very famous king, who appears later on the list. Number 6. Edward I of England. Coming in at number 6 is the intimidating King Edward I of England. His nickname, Longshanks. Why? Because he was tall and also terrifying. Edward I conquered Wales and built massive castles there that still exist today. He also tried to conquer Scotland, bringing him into conflict with the Scottish rebels, like William Wallace. While he never fully conquered Scotland, Edward I dramatically expanded English power and influence. Number 5. Henry II of England. Now we move to one of the most powerful medieval kings, Henry II of England. Henry II of England ruled a huge empire stretching across England and large parts of France. But his greatest achievement wasn't military conquest. It was the creation of English common law, the legal system that would eventually influence many modern democracies. However, his reign also included famous conflict with the with the Archbishop Thomas Becket, which ended in Becket's murder inside a cathedral, so not exactly great PR. Still, Henry II's legal reforms had a massive impact on English history. Number 4, William the Conqueror. And number 4, we have the man who changed England forever. In 1066, William the Conqueror, the Duke of Normandy, invaded England. He defeated King Harold Godwinson at the famous Battle of Hastings. This event, known as the Norman Conquest, completely transformed England's ruling class, language, and culture. William also ordered the creation of the Domesday Book, one of the most detailed surveys of land and wealth ever created in the medieval world. Without William, England would look very different today. Now we have number 3, Henry VIII. You probably saw this one coming. Henry VIII of England is one of the most famous kings in history. He had 6 wives, 2 of whom were executed, but his biggest decision was breaking away from the Catholic Church and creating the Church of England. This decision completely transformed religion and politics in England. Henry VIII also expanded the power of the monarchy and made England a major European power. Even today, he remains one of the most recognizable kings in history. Now we have number 2, Edward III of England. Edward III ruled for 50 years and helped turn England into one of the most powerful kingdoms in Europe. He launched massive conflicts known as the 100 Years' War against France. During his reign, English armies achieved major victories and English culture flourished. Edward III also founded the prestigious Order of the Garter, which still exists today. His reign is often considered a golden age of medieval England. Henry V of England. And finally, the greatest king of England since 1066. Henry V of England is remembered as England's ultimate warrior king. He led a smaller army against incredible victory against France at the Battle of Agincourt. The victory shocked Europe. Henry later forced English kings to recognize him to the French throne. For a moment, it looked like England might rule both countries. Unfortunately, Henry died young, but his military achievements made him a legendary figure in English history. So those were the top 10 kings of England since 1066. Of course, England had many other kings, some great, some terrible, and some completely forgettable. But these rulers had the biggest impact on English history. Now, I want to hear from you. Who do you think was the greatest king of England? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.